liberation is now at hand. Sunlight. I hate sunlight. It robs me of my camouflage ability. Let's get back to the swamp. Home sweet home.
Be careful, Zartan! I am too valuable to end up splattered all over some cypress tree.
Great escapes require great risks, Cobra Commander. Hang on!
Greetings, YouTube. So, as promised, Mr. Zartan showed up. So, we're going to get to review him. And I'm so excited because when I first, got into the classified line, one of the characters that I was really looking forward to is Zartan. And here he is. So let's have a look at him. All right, so very quick look at the box. We got some great artwork over here. And it's insert here with the Dreadnoks logo on it. Some more great artwork on the side. On the back, the portrait or the collage of all the characters. And it looks like, I know they add people to this collage here every time, but it looks like out of all these people, the only person we don't have is the Alley Viper. And then the specs. All right, so here we have them out of the package. Our guy Zartan here. So funny thing about the toy Zartan. So the original one that came out in the 3 3/4 line had lots of gimmicks, like he could, skin would change color in the sunlight just like it did in that one episode. And he was one of the highly sought after figures back in the day. When I was a kid, I never got a Zartan. I had a whole lot of G.I. Joes, but I never got a Zartan. So this is especially sweet for me to actually finally have one now that I'm a grown-ass man. But, and am I the only one that always thought that this was his hair? Apparently not, because it surely isn't hair now. It's some type of hood. In the cartoon, it looked like hair. In other representations of him in other media, it's more like a hood. So apparently it was a hood the whole time. Who knew? I didn't. All right, let's take a look at Zartan's accessories. So he does come with this disguise, this mask. So if you're not familiar with Zartan, he is a master of disguise. So he can change his voice, he can change his look. He's infiltrated lots of places with great disguises. He's been generals, he's been scientists. He's just always sneaking around as somebody else. Then you get this nice pistol. And it does look very G.I. Joe-ish. This looks like it came straight out of the cartoon. And I actually like that one. He's got this knife with the serrated blade. So it's very nice. He's got two, occult items or good luck charms or something. You got a snake head. It's actually open. That's some pretty good detail inside of that mouth. Wasn't expecting that. And these can plug onto his belt. And you got the monkey paw, which can also tap onto his belt. Then his backpack, which opens up and you can store that mask inside the backpack. So that's not creepy or nothing, but that's Zartan for you. And the inside of the pack has some detail, some color, some sculpting. It's very well done. And apparently this is very similar to what the original 3 3/4 Zartan came with back in the 80s. So I'll try to put a picture of that up here. I'll have to find one. So, very nice. So, technically, I guess you could say that he also has some more accessories, because this hood comes off very easily. It's not pegged on or anything. It kind of just sits on his head. So that comes off. And then his bandana comes off as well. So if you wanted to have, you know, a more classic looking Zartan, you could take that bandana off and just have him like this. So let's have a look at him aesthetically. Some nice boots here. They do not look like reuse. Those look like new sculpt. Got knee pads, pants. I believe these pants are reused. I want to say these are from maybe the Viper, or not the Viper, the Cobra Trooper, maybe? Hard to say. The texture and this little line detail looks familiar. But these thigh pads are new, I believe. And you got this cool looking belt with the skull on it. Got the nice half shirt, belly shirt. It's classic Zartan, and these shoulder pads are connected to it, so you don't have to worry about those messing up your articulation. Got some straps on the arms here. Some nice gauntlets. Great texture in there. Look at that texture. Like, that's one thing I can say about the classified line, is that when they come up with these sculpts, they put a lot of detail into them. Like, look at his gloves. If this was just a plain black hand or brown, no one would have said anything, but that is some great, great texture. Have a look at the back. This sheath for the knife. Some more great texture. Looks like alligator skin or snake skin or something. And then you get a look at that head, that face. Very well done. Paint looks clean. He looks extra creepy. Awesome. Another freaking home run for this line. I mean, seems like I say that every time I review one of these things, but they're really good. Like, whoever is doing the design and the sculpt, they're knocking it out the park every time, it seems. There's very few figures that have come out in this line that I thought didn't live up to the hype. All right, let's look at his articulation real quick. Okay, so wanted to throw this in as well. Speaking of sculpts, his upper body has to be all new sculpt, because I don't recall there being anybody with no shirt on done yet. So that's all new sculpt as well. I don't know what's under this. I'm gonna assume that it's sculpted under there. Hard to say. I'm not about to take it off though. So just want to throw that out there. So let's take this hood off for a second so we can do articulation. So he has the typical G.I. Joe setup. You got the ball joint up at the top, or you can swivel, he can tilt. He also has the neck articulation. You got the shoulders. You have a little bit of a butterfly. It doesn't really move a whole lot, but it is in there. Got your bicep swivel, double jointed, wrist hinge, and this left side is a vertical hinge, so that's good. Right side's a vertical hinge, so we always enjoy that for people that use guns. Got your ab articulation here. And you can also rotate at the waist. Doesn't seem like it wants to rotate a whole lot though. You got your typical G.I. Joe hip setup, and they do drop down. So he can get into all those great poses. And you gotta be careful. I've been hearing stories about people snapping their hip joints or twisting them out. So it's nice that they got the drop down hips, but you got to be careful you don't tear your stuff up, especially with how rare some of these things are. Double jointed at the knee, and great boot swivel, and you get a boot cut as well. So excellent articulation, what we've come to expect from G.I. Joe. Honestly, anything less would be a disappointment at this point. All right, so before we get into size comparisons, I just wanted to show real quick. It's Mr. Zartan here with all his accessories attached. All right, we got Zartan with the Amazon exclusive Storm Shadow, and with the Cobra Island Viper. Then we got Zartan here with one of the new Cobra Infantry figures and a Red Ninja. We got Zartan with the Baroness and Firefly. All right, then we got the Regal Cobra Commander and Destro chilling with Zartan. And that Regal Cobra Commander is sharp. All right, couple of random comparisons here. We got the Marvel Legends cable over here, and I do have a stop motion of that coming up, so check out the trailer here. And a kit bashed kind of custom Cyclops. All right, so the kind of named main characters of Cobra is coming along very well. I mean, honestly, I know a lot of people, me, myself included, we are looking forward to the regular version of Storm Shadow, but for the rest of these guys, some very good offerings. As far as Zartan himself, it's everything I hoped it would be. And there is no disappointment. I can't think of anything that I would change necessarily. I don't know. About the only thing that he's missing is the color change gimmick. I mean, other than that, I can't see how you could be disappointed with this guy. His accessories are adequate. The callback to the old figure with the mask and all that stuff is great. The mask fits on his face, which I haven't shown, but I'll show in a picture. The little additions with the, creepy stuff with the snake head and the monkey paw, great. The knife, great. The sculpt, excellent. The hood can come off. I mean, it's a home run. It is. So, luckily, this is not an exclusive. He's up for pre-order in multiple places. So, there's no excuse not to get his Zartan. It's one thing not to have a Viper or a Cobra Trooper or heck, even a Firefly or a Beachhead or something, but there's no excuse not to have Zartan. All right, like, comment, subscribe. Later. A little sneak peek of a custom I'm working on, another G.I. Joe custom. Can you guess who this is going to be?